straight up. Get it. Podcast straight up. Podcast straight up. What they yelling straight up. Podcast straight up. Yeah. Podcast straight up. Yeah. Podcast straight up. What they yelling straight up. Podcast straight up. Straight up. Podcast straight up. Podcast straight up. Yeah. Podcast straight up. Yeah. Podcast straight up. What they yelling straight up. Podcast straight up. Yeah. Podcast straight up. Podcast straight up. Let's get it. Podcast straight up. Podcast straight up. Yeah. Podcast straight up. What they yelling straight up. Podcast straight up. Yeah. Podcast straight up. Podcast straight up. Yeah. What they yelling straight up. Podcast straight up. Yeah. Podcast straight up. Podcast straight up. Yeah. What they yelling. Podcast straight up. Yeah. What they yelling straight up. Podcast straight up. What they yelling straight up. Podcast straight up.
It's Mitchell Beats.
Just give it to him raw, yeah, just like that. Go ahead and spit bars while you tip that hand. I ain't never seen a podcast like that, cause I built it from scratch, every part no cap. But straight up, it can't be duplicated. It's too sophisticated, specifically designed to make your broad crave it. Every morning waiting, in anticipation. They love the high cheekbones in that conversation. Ooh, he goes deep. They supposed to be at work, but twerking in AC. Work for me. Straight up, oh, you got live guests? Yeah, absolutely. The best topics, buddy. All the ones that's juicy. I got them yelling straight up. Straight up. Affirmations, wake them up. Wake them up. I got them yelling straight up. Straight up. I spit bars and wake them up. Straight up. Straight up. Yeah. Straight up. Yeah. Straight up. Yeah. Just give it to them raw. Straight up. Yeah. Straight up. Yeah. Straight up. Yeah. Just give it to them raw. They don't really like the truth, but I'ma talk to them straight up. Podcast, just give it to them raw. They don't really like the truth, but I'ma talk to them straight up. Podcast, just give it to them raw. My hat tipped, I'm sipping Stella with my pinky out. They say I got a slicky mouth. However, substantial information gets put out. So let's talk and pay attention. Cause constructive criticism can add value to your life. If only you would listen, trying to add some policy in life. I'm trying to make sure you glisten, it's a judgment-free zone. You gotta be open-minded, comprehension and understanding. I refuse to let y'all be blinded. They don't really like the truth, but I'ma talk to them. Podcast straight up. Podcast straight up. Just give it to them raw. They don't really like the truth, but I'ma talk to them straight up. Podcast straight up. Podcast straight up. Josh. Give it to him raw. What's up, Facebook? What's up, YouTube? How y'all feeling today? How y'all feeling today? Hey, listen, I was almost late going live because, you know, I forgot that the championship ball game was on, but it's okay. I promised the people Monday through Friday. You know what I'm saying? And if I would have had enough time to remember it, I probably would have canceled the show, but that's what you do when you're your own boss, right? But I'm here, and we about to get to it, and I know it's going to be a lot of people that come in here late and be mad because they're going to miss, you know what I'm saying, because this one's going to be a quick one. This one's going to be a quick one. I'm going to go watch the rest of that ball game, right? It's going to be a quick one, you know what I'm saying? So, last week I was supposed to do a show on the silent treatment, but I kind of went left and got to talking about, you know, the black community and some of the things that they do. But today, I'm going to talk about the silent treatment. I'm going to let y'all know a lot of y'all think you're doing right when you hit somebody with that cold shoulder or hit somebody with that silent treatment. But no, absolutely not. It is unhealthy, and I'm going to break that shit down. I'm not waiting for none of y'all. Y'all know what time I come on every single day. It's posted everywhere. I'm posting all day, every day. I'm posting reels all day, every day. Y'all know what time I come on. So if y'all miss it, that's on y'all. So let's get straight to it. Let's get straight to it. Okay, so somebody got to tell the truth, and it might as well be Josh.
Well, what are you waiting for? Give us the truth, buddy.
You damn right. I'm going to give y'all the truth. The silent treatment is the refusal to engage in verbal communication with someone, often as a response to conflict in a relationship. It also can be referred to as giving a cold shoulder or stonewalling. Its use is a passive-aggressive form of control and can, in many circumstances, be considered a form of emotional abuse. Sometimes there's really nothing to say. A disconnect can be so clear that, in the interest of prudence, each party goes to their respective corners, then they reflect, regroup, then resume with the mutual desire for clarity. But what most of y'all do is you get mad, you go to your respective corners, and then you don't talk to that person. That is absolutely unhealthy, and I got time tonight. I got time. Uh-oh, Shanae says she guilty of this. So we talking to Shanae right now. How you doing, honey, by the way? We talking to Shanae right now. Listen, a lot of y'all think that shit is, listen, it's absolutely okay if you mad and you feel like, let me calm down before we have this conversation. But what a lot of y'all do is you never calm down, or you calm down, then you don't go back to that conversation. So what's happened? Nothing. What gets resolved? Nothing. All you doing is internalizing the shit that just happened to you. And when you internalize your feeling, you are a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. It's only a matter of time before you explode on all of them things that you done held back. You gotta express what you really feeling, people. See, when we get to arguing in our relationships, it's never pleasant. Huh? It's never pleasant. Look at her. Look at her. I got you to do. Hey, Shanae, I got you to do tonight, honey. Hey, see, let me tell y'all something. Somebody just asked me the other day. They said, hey, if you're watching on YouTube, please tap the bell. Please tap the bell, subscribe, and tap the bell. Somebody just asked me the other day. They said, Josh, you talk about some shit that nobody else talks about. Everybody else wants to talk about celebrity gossip and bullshit and drama and yada, yada, yada. But no, we done had that for way too long, man. I'm sick of that. What I want is us to start having real conversations so we can raise some awareness to some of the things that we might be doing. And we see, here's the thing. I said this the other day. I'm going to say it again. I see you, Shanae. I see your comment. And I'm going to say it again. So many of us, somebody in our lives can tell us the same thing over and over and over again. And that shit don't never click until a stranger tells us. I'm that stranger. Because I'm talking about some of everything. I'm talking about some of these topics that today is the silent treatment is unhealthy. Tomorrow is signs they're actually pushing you away. We're going to get into a lot of shit this week. We're going to talk about submission. You know what I'm saying? What a man wants is on the agenda for this. And last week I did what a woman wants. This week I'm going to do what a man wants. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get to it. I'm going to always spit bars about shit that's relevant, shit that's pertinent to our lives so we can raise some awareness and do better. You know what I'm saying? Now, back to this silent treatment. Hey, yo, what's up, D? Cramp in the building. So Miss Shanae said, I don't like expressing myself and not feeling validated. Here's the thing. When it comes to communication, Shanae, most of us communicate at the wrong times. Oh, shit. I'm about to go there. When it comes to communication, most of us communicate at the wrong time. See, we tend to communicate when we all revved up, when we all geeked up, when we all pumped up, and we've been sitting there waiting, plotting everything we was going to say as soon as our partner walks through the door. And see, when you do that, you setting yourself up for failure because your mind is only on one thing, getting your point across. Ooh, you supposed to have resolution in mind when you having a conversation about a conflict within a relationship. Comprehension is key. I'm tired of hearing everybody else yell communication is key, and all they mean when they say that is you listen to me and that's it. You're supposed to be communicating to gain an understanding. Most of y'all communicate at the wrong damn times. Y'all don't know if your partner has been hurt, if they lost their mama, their daddy, had a shitty day at work. All y'all care about is what y'all want to communicate, and doing that shit will get you in trouble. Ooh, wait, Miss Tessa Davis Potts in the building. What's up, honey? I miss you. Listen, y'all got to learn how to communicate at the right times. And so, y'all ever seen a dog whisperer? Now, I'm not saying that, I'm not comparing us to dogs, but what I need to say, that's right, communicate the wrong way, communicate at the wrong time, and they not listening. I'm glad you just said that because I'm about to dive into all three of them. My man D Camp just said, you communicate the wrong way, you communicate at the wrong time, and you're not listening. These are the three biggest reasons people will be lying when they say communication is key. Because when they say communication is key, all they mean is, I'm going to talk and you're going to listen. It's important to just like the dog whisperer, he say calm, submissive state. It needs to be a calm environment if you trying to get your point across and you truly want effective communication. If you truly are communicating to get a resolution, it needs to be a calm environment. Y'all both need to be in the same mind frame. You can't just both of y'all be angry or both of y'all emotions all over the place and start trying to communicate. It's not going to work because the second you raise your voice, the second you say something out of pocket, the conversation going left. And once that conversation goes left, ain't nobody listening, ain't no resolution being reached. I got time tonight, every single night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, bars after bars after bars. I'm going to make y'all think. The silent treatment, people, considered the #1 weapon in the arsenal of people that are passive aggressive. Yeah, I said it. It keeps the other person on pins and needles while providing them a false sense of empowerment. It makes demands of a sort of mental and emotional perfection from others that quite honestly exist in none of us. Ignoring someone in this way can be extremely hurtful and it can be long lasting. And just so you know, it's absolutely unfair. I do not come to play with y'all. I do not come to play with y'all. Every single night I'm gonna spit bar. I don't give a damn if y'all listen. Eventually y'all gonna have to tune in because my man's, what's that post you said? What did you say, Camp? I'm gonna clip that shit. Let me go to Camp page real quick. Let me go to Camp page this real quick because he said some shit. He posted some shit and I wanted to make sure I clipped that shit. I told him I was stealing it. That's what I do. I told my mans I was stealing it and I'm gonna steal it. Let me go to his page right quick. What did he say? Let me go to that man page real quick. What did that man say? He says he posted some shit that was so real. Can't get on my damn nerves. He get on my damn nerves, but he say some real shit. Where is it? There it go. Listen, I don't give a damn if you on my timeline and don't support me. Cause y'all friends won't start supporting you until the strangers start celebrating me. And guess what? It's a whole lot of strangers that celebrate me right now, which means the lawnmower effect. Every morning that I wake up and start posting my content, I'm pulling on a lawnmower and and now that strangers are celebrating me, one day I'm gonna wake up and pull on that lawnmower and it's gonna take off. So I don't give a damn if none of y'all watch. I do these shows not just for me, but for everybody else. But at the same damn time, I do these shows live so I can have reels to post. So it don't, yeah. And when I post them reels, guess who's coming? Strangers. I got time tonight. I am not playing with y'all. Give a damn if you support me. Strangers gonna support me. Y'all better stop. This is off topic, but I had to say it. Hey, listen, it's off topic, but I had to say it. Y'all stop worrying about all your raggedy ass people on your timeline that just sit there. Stop worrying about your raggedy ass family that don't really give a damn about you. Your fake ass friends that really don't give a damn about you. As long as you posting your content, keep true to you and stay consistent, you gonna excel. Now, let's get back to this silent treatment. I personally believe the silent treatment is absolutely a form of abuse. Oh, shit. Yeah, I know abuse is such a loaded word. Nobody likes to think of themselves as abusing another person. We conjure up images of twisted individuals doing horrible things to others when we talk about that word. But giving somebody the silent treatment can absolutely be a form of abuse for certain reasons. It's a means of exerting control over someone. Oh, shit. In any type of relationship, both parties should feel free to act how they choose. Yes, they make bad choices and do things that hurt others or themselves, but they do so of their own volition. Of course, a person can have boundaries and can assert those boundaries when another person crosses them. But the silent treatment doesn't assert the boundaries in a healthy way. It doesn't communicate precisely what the boundary was or what the other person did to cross it. Oh, shit. Miss Shanae said, what's really the right time to tell someone that they have offended you? It has to be, so me and you, now don't say you abusive, because some people don't know, Shanae. Hold up. This is why we had these kind of shows so we can talk about it, right? It doesn't, I'm saying it can be used as a form of abuse, and a lot of narcissistic people use that in that form as a form of abuse. But a lot of us, me myself, try every now and then. I gotta catch myself because I do the silent treatment. I'll tell y'all, I'm not that dude that try to sit up here and act like I'm perfect. I'm far from fucking perfect. I make mistakes. These shows is as much for me as it is for y'all. So she asks, what's really the right time to tell somebody that they offended you? And let me clip this. And if y'all hear me say something dope and you feel like I should clip that and use it as a reel, let me know. Let me know. She asks, what's really the right time to tell someone that they have offended you? I will tell you what's not the right time first. If y'all was just in a heated argument, or when it offended you, that's not the time to tell them. Because the second that it offended you, what do? You get all tingly inside, you get irate, and then you tend to react out of emotions. Ooh, and reacting out of emotions is not the best thing for us. Reacting out of emotions gets a lot of people in trouble. Then she said, I just shut down. Well, guess what happens when you shut down? Now, you're not communicating to them what disturbed you. You're not setting a boundary. And that person might not even know that they offended you, Shanae. So by you just shutting down, you're expecting that person to be a mind reader. This is not healthy either. You gotta wait when both of y'all in a good mood. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I've learned to wait a couple of days before I address something. You know what I'm saying? Wait a few days before you address something. Make sure that you calm. Make sure that you ain't talking out of emotion. Majority of us get in trouble because we talk out of emotions, act out of emotions. Emotions are meant to be caution signals. It's not meant for you to react out of them. I did a whole show on triggers. I did a whole show on coping mechanisms. If somebody offends you and it triggers you, instead of going off and flying off the deep end, how about you go do some breathing exercises or put some nature music on or something? Calm yourself down. If either party is irritated, that is not the time to have that conversation. Because guess what? If you come to me talking to me and I'm irritated or you irritated, it's just going to end up exploding. See, most of us don't understand when to have that right conversation. Sometimes, hell, after you do the oochie coochie. Oh, shit. I said it. Sometimes wait till you just did the oochie coochie. When both of y'all are in a happy place, or after y'all ate dinner and y'all smiling and that, wait, listen, don't just shut down, because shutting down will get you in trouble. Nobody's a mind reader. If somebody's offending you and you do not tell them, if you do not express it to them, they do not know that they hurt you. They do not know that they offended you. And see, when you shut down, you'll start formulating a whole damn things in your head that don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? But no, Shanae, so she just said, but bringing it up days later, I'm saying that works for me. That don't work for everybody else. But even that day, take an hour or so just to calm down first. You know what I'm saying? But she just said, but bringing it up days later, they feel like I ruined the day because now it's old and they don't want to talk about it, so I'm back silent again. Well, guess what, Shanae? If you are with somebody that doesn't respect that you wanted to calm yourself down because you truly wanted a resolution and you truly wanted to communicate, you know what I'm saying? And they want, oh, it's old stuff. No, it's not old stuff. This ain't no shit that happened last year. This shit just happened 2 days ago. I just wanted to make sure that my mindset was right before I damn spoke to you. And if you think that me coming up on you and talking to you about something that just happened 2 days ago when I'm finally calm because I actually care and love about you is me ruining your day, then guess what? That is an immature, emotionally immature person, Shanae. So you don't need to be dealing with them. See, a lot of us, we see they do. That's called deflection. You know what I'm saying? They know that they need to talk about that shit. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? They would have said you ruined the day that day too if that's their response. No, don't let people off the hook. If something offends you and you have the right to communicate that to your partner or your friend or whoever it may be that offends you. But if they respect you and love you, they're going to have that conversation with you. See, a lot of these men and women out here are emotionally immature. And so they use any and everything they can as deflection. No, you ruining my day. No, I'm trying to strengthen our relationship and make sure we last. That's what you hit them with, Shanae. Next time they hit you with some shit like that, hit them with that. Are you trying to ruin my day? No, I love you enough to try to strengthen our relationship, so I'm trying to figure this shit out. That's what you hit them with. Yeah, I told you I just look like this. I be spitting bars. Yeah. Don't be letting people pass that deflection shit off on you because they masters of that. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? The silent treatment screams you should know what you did wrong. You should know how I feel. You should know what you need to do to end this silence. This puts the other person on a back foot, which is really a form of control. Ooh. By giving a silent treatment, you are inferring that you are in the right and they are in the wrong, and it is their responsibility to fix this. Newsflash just in, some of y'all convey that message and you be the one wrong. You give the other person no choice in the matter. If they don't do what you want, the silence will continue. See, a lot of people use the silent treatment as a means of punishing the other person. When disagreements occur, of course, you are going to have some ill feelings toward the other person. You may be hurting and you tell yourself that hurting them back is justified. No. Yeah. I got time tonight. I do never come to play. Every single night, I'm spitting bars. Let me run that part back. When disagreements occur in your relationship, of course you're going to have some ill will feelings towards that other person. You may be hurting and you tell yourself that hurting them back is justifying. So what do? You stop all forms of communication. You stonewall them and you only do it to try to punish them. You want them to feel bad for making you feel bad, but consciously choosing to make someone feel bad is an abusive act. It is saying that the other person deserves to suffer. It makes that other person feel anxious. If one person uses the silent treatment on a regular basis, it sows the seed of anxiety in the mind of the other. After all, they may never know when it will be used against them. That unpredictability is sure to put someone constantly on the edge, anxious that they may trigger another period of silence. I don't never come to play, y'all. I know y'all see the pretty flickering screens and y'all think that I'm just going to get up here and talk drama and bullshit, you are absolutely wrong. And if y'all thought that I wasn't going to have no cartoony tune to help me spit bars on why the silent treatment is harmful, you are absolutely wrong. Let's go.
Hey Psych2Goers, and welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for your love and support, enabling us to send your way another wealth of everyday psychology. Let's explore. Have you ever given someone the silent treatment? Or maybe you've been on the receiving end of someone's silent treatment. It feels uncomfortable, right? Stifling even. George Bernard Shaw once said, "The worst sin to our fellow creatures is not to hate them, but to be indifferent to them. That is the essence of inhumanity." There are many psychological reasons to explain why you may feel that way, but even more that shows how harmful giving someone the cold shoulder can be. Many people believe that giving the silent...
I really don't want to be that way, but it definitely is a defense mechanism for me, for sure. So, Shanae, there is absolutely nothing wrong with having defense mechanisms, but we have to learn, because I had to do this myself, and I still work on it to this day. We have to learn to have healthy defense mechanisms, right? Because when we utilize these defense mechanisms, it's kind of selfish, right? Because the only person we got in mind is ourselves, right? We're not thinking about how the methods that we use that as defensive mechanisms, how they're hurting the other person. You know what I'm saying? That other person sitting there wondering, it's anxiety. I'm going to get into the anxiety of it in a second, but it's anxiety for them. They sitting there wondering, what did I do? They sitting on pins and needles. They wondering what's up. They now they begin to overthink, and overthinking. Now, not only do they begin to overthink, but you will begin to overthink too. See, you will play all these things, form a whole damn opinion, a whole damn story in your head about why that person, you know what I'm saying, is doing this or that in your head because y'all not communicating. So as you sitting there being silent, 1,000,001 things are going through your head. And by the time, see, that's why it's important to download. See, simple breathing techniques. Just when you get mad, just take a couple of breaths. You know what I'm saying, y'all? We all seen Bad Boys, and we laughed at that, right? But no, he was calming himself down. And we as people, if we want to be better, and if we want to strengthen relationships, and when I say relationships, I mean with a romantic partner, with a friend, a family member, anybody in your life, if we truly want to strengthen our relationships, we got to learn to communicate in healthy manners. Silent treatment is not a healthy manner. It's healthy if you get silent, calm down, and then come back and have that conversation, and there's a resolution that comes from it. But if you just being silent and that's your defense mechanism and you backing up and you don't never get addressed, all you doing is you internalizing it. And I said it earlier, when you internalize your feelings, you become a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. This cup right here, don't ask me what's in my cup. It's none of your business. Mind your damn business. But this cup right here can only be filled so much before it spills and create a mess, right? And when you internalize how you truly feeling, all you doing is filling up that cup until your ass is finally explode. And most times it's sad because we end up exploding on somebody that didn't do nothing to us. It don't be the actual person that we end up flipping out on. We end up flipping out on somebody we love to death, somebody that had never seen it coming. You know what I'm saying? Internalizing your feelings is dangerous. Let me clip that. Internalizing your feelings is dangerous. That shit can get you in a world of trouble because all you doing is becoming that ticking time bomb waiting to explode. Stop internalizing your feelings. Learn to express yourself in a healthy manner. And if you don't got nobody in your life that you feel that you can communicate to healthy, then they need not to be in your life. And you might need to seek some therapy. Yeah, I said it, therapy. Contrary to popular belief, there is nothing wrong with therapy. Sometimes an outside opinion is exactly what you need. Why, Josh? Because I said it before and I say it again. Somebody that truly loves us can tell us something 1,000,000 times over and over and over again. and we ignore that shit. And then a stranger will come out of the blue and say the exact same thing that that person that loves you say, and then we will finally listen to it. I told you I just look like this. I be spitting bars every single night. I don't give a damn. I don't look at how many people viewing. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna spit these bars every single night. I'm gonna reach at least one person every damn night. And if I don't reach nobody that live, I'm gonna reach them when they watch the replay. And if I don't reach them when they watch the replay, I'm gonna reach their ass when I post the reel. Cause none of my reels go crickets. I'm gonna reach somebody. The Straight Up Podcast will be a household name, regardless if y'all ass like it or not. You might as well get used to me and start fixing yourself and start learning this shit, because that's what I'm doing every night. I'm teaching. And while I'm teaching y'all, I'm teaching myself at the same damn time. These cartoons be spitting
Silent treatment is a dignified response to an argument, but it's not. The silent treatment is a form of ostracism. The perpetrator often deflects, evades, subverts, or rejects your input, thus freezing you out completely. Their withdrawal leaves you feeling confused and hurt until you eventually get used to it. According to the professor of psychology, Kipling William at Purdue University, it's a form of passive abuse. It's employed with the intent to punish someone and thus yields harmful repercussions. Here are 6 reasons why the silent treatment can harm you. Number 1, it dehumanizes the other person. Did you know early civilizations equated ostracization?
Oh, wait a minute. Why y'all ain't tell me that my mic wasn't on? Let me rewind that. Damn it. Let me rewind that. Y'all ain't tell me my mic wasn't on. Let's go. These cartoons be spitting bars, baby. Bars after bars after bars.
Number 1, it dehumanizes the other person. Did you know early civilizations equated ostracization to death because it was interpreted as expulsion from humanity and even expulsion from oneself? We are social beings designed to form and maintain relationships. Social ostracizing via silent treatment frustrates these relationships. According to a 1976 study, treating people as less than human also tends to dehumanize the perpetrator. Therefore, being ostracized leads to people feeling less human and seeing the person alienating them as less human as well.
Ooh, and see, that's the part I'm talking about. We don't never pay attention. All we care about is how we feel it in the moment. I'm gonna just be silent. We being selfish. We're not thinking about how that shit makes the other person feel, because when you ignore them, it dehumanizes them. Ooh,
Number 2, it emotionally manipulates the...
You felt dehumanized first, but did they know? Did they know? See, that's the question you gotta ask. Did they know? Because, see, you didn't communicate it to them, right? And since you didn't communicate it to them, they might not even have known. It's a difference. If somebody does something to offend you, and instead of you talking about it, you get silent, walk away, pouting and shit, rolling your neck, because I know that's what y'all women do. I know y'all women. I got 7 sisters and I'm the only boy. That's what y'all do. Y'all get to walking away with your neck all rolling and shit, rolling your eyes all, you're mad and frustrated and shit. But you didn't communicate to that man or woman, whoever, that you felt offended. So how did they know that you felt dehumanized first? Look at Shanae. She laughing and shit because I know y'all women. I know I'm 42 years old. I got 7 sisters. I'm the only boy. And you know what I'm saying? I'm absolutely gorgeous. So, yeah, I know women very well, right? So, I don't give a damn what y'all say. Y'all talk about, oh, your man calling himself good. I'm secure, goddammit. But seriously, think about that for a second, Shanae, right? If you felt dehumanized and didn't tell them, how the hell do they know? You see what I'm saying? All you cared about is how you felt. You know what I'm saying? What up, Brandon? How you doing, my brother? That's all you cared about is how you felt. And when you do that, you're doing yourself and your relationship with that person a disservice. These cartoons be spitting bars.
The other person. If you've been a victim of the silent treatment, have you ever begun to doubt your own understanding of reality? Many psychologists classify the silent treatment as a form of manipulation. It's a way for the perpetrator to maintain control over the conversation or argument. The silent treatment is equivalent to gaslighting in the sense that it makes the person receiving the treatment question what they did wrong.
Yes, yes. The silent treatment is absolutely a form of manipulation. I'm going to be silent till you do what I want. Ah, shit. Now I'm about to ruffle some feathers. It's gaslighting. It's, ooh-wee.
Hence, it's a form of emotional abuse.
Some of y'all looking like, what? Yeah, I said that. A lot of people use the silent treatment as a form of manipulation. That's right. They are merely becoming silent just to get what they want. Huh? I'm going to stay silent and ignore you until you do what I want. You want to tell them what you... I want to tell you what you did wrong without it being another argument. So, when do you be having these conversations, Shanae? That's the question. Matter of fact, Shanae, if you got a phone, you can call in if you wish. I got a call-in feature. I do, absolutely. I need to utilize that more. I absolutely have the call-in feature. You know what I'm saying? We can absolutely get you on the line, so, you know what I'm saying, if you don't want to type or whatever, we can absolutely get you on the line. I need to utilize that feature more. People have been asking me to. I just be so in tune with my, you know what I'm saying, with my show, and I be going off. But I need to start opening up the call lines and let people talk their shit. You know what I'm saying? The number, here you go. 512-588-3534. 512-388-3534. But 1 second, let me go ahead and pair my phone to the board before I forget, because I tend to do that. Okay, it's paired. Yeah, go ahead and call in.
3. It denotes rejection.
You are more than welcome. Hold on,
You
Cartoon.
hesitate
Hold
to
on,
reach
hold on,
out.
hold on, Cartoon. Hold on. Cartoon doing what it want to do. 512-588-3534. You know what I'm saying? You call in, have a little talky talk. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. That's what I do. I really got to create. Here, let me type this in here so that people can get it. Type this in here for people that want to call in. Oh, there we go.
Call from
Dynamic Weight Loss and Wellness LLC.
to accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Hey, what's up, honey? How you feeling? You rocking with your boy Josh on the Straight Up Podcast. Dynamic Way. That was a whole long ass spiel just then.
Yes, it's Dynamic Weight Loss and Wellness.
Okay. Yeah, hey, you be doing your thing too. I be sitting there, you know what I'm saying? I hear somebody spamming me on YouTube. Hey, say hello first before you spam me. But you be doing your thing over there with the weights and stuff, man, and the fitness. I be sitting there like, damn, work out for me too.
Yes, you gotta get into it.
Hey, you do it for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep eating these big boy meals. You do it for me, right?
So I'll just watch you and keep eating.
In fact,
No, this is a really, really dope topic. Because I'm very guilty of this. I'm very guilty of this.
hey, the way you said that sound like you about to break some shit down. Let's get to it. Silent treatment. What's up?
Yes, because for me, when the cartoon mentioned it being a form of control, right? It's because you feel like you don't have control over the situation anyway. I feel like a person that uses this tactic to make people suffer feel like they don't have control. And that's the way that they get a person's attention. You know, like, if this the only way that I can get your attention is by being quiet, which it sucks, but it seems like, okay, now I got your attention. But then,
but you did it in an unhealthy manner. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get somebody's attention in an unhealthy manner. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
Like that's, you feel me? It's one thing to get somebody's attention. It's a whole different ball game when you try to get somebody's attention in an unhealthy manner. You know what I'm saying?
But see, that is so true. That's why I was like, I feel like I suck at this because I really want to say it's probably more ego, honestly, than anything, because it's like I don't want to lose the argument. Or, it's like a constant battle. It's like a battle within me and myself. Like, I feel like I got to win this, or this person should know, like, they shouldn't offend me like this no more, so this could go on to a degree.
But you know what, Shanae? That's most of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, so don't feel bad for that. See, you heard me say earlier, this is the reason why I have these types of shows, because a lot of us, we don't take extra time to gain that awareness. You did?
Right.
Sometimes all it takes is for somebody to say something that makes you stop and think. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us, when we go into these conflicts within our relationships, and when I say relationships, I mean romantic partner, friend, family member, whoever, right? We go into it with that same mindset that you just mentioned. My ego, I'm going to win this. And when you do that, guess what you do subconsciously? You might not even be doing it on purpose. You don't even recognize that you're doing it. You're forming a rebuttal in your head as they're talking. So you're not listening to gain an understanding, which means the conversation or the conflict will never be resolved. Ooh, wait. I just look like this.
That is so true, because most of the time, that's true, because most of the time, and I'm really working on that part too. Like, I've really been working more on listening to understand than listening to just respond and to react. Because we can always just listen to just react, but I have really been working on listening so I can really respond and really think about what I'm about to say. Because my intent, see, this be my thing. My intent don't really be to hurt nobody's feelings. I don't really be out to get nobody intentionally, but I feel like once I told you that you would have offended me, and then it happened, that I feel like it's the continuation that make me just constantly shut down. Like, okay, I told you once that this certain thing offend me, and then you keep doing it. Okay, motherfucker, I ain't gonna say nothing else no more. Like, I don't got nothing else to say about it. So that's kind of where it go with me. Like, no, but then, like, I can see where it get real unhealthy. Like you said, like, you let it pile up, and then before you know it, you done exploded, and the person like, dang, I didn't know you didn't want to say all that.
They don't even know that you was mad. Yeah. They don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? And that gets so many of us in trouble, Shanae, because we don't learn. And the crazy part is, all of us are intelligent as hell, right? We know these things. Right. We've been getting this stuff pounded into us since we were children. Listen to what I'm saying to you, first son. Listen to what I'm saying to you, daughter. Right? And then we grow up, right? And do the exact opposite of what we've been taught, right? Like, we got to listen to each other, man. We always want to get so many of us, me included, because I'm be guilty of this stuff too. We always want to get the last word. We always want to feel like we right. You know what I'm saying? So many of our relationships fall to the wayside because of ego, because we don't want to sit there and communicate healthy. We want that toxic communication, and some of us do it and don't even know we doing it.
So for us women, because I don't know, every time I try to approach a situation, I'm labeled as combative, which I'm really not argumentative at all. Like, I don't like confrontation. I'm not going to go seek out no confrontation, like none of that. But if I'm approached with something, like you said, it might take me a day or two. Sometimes it might take me a little bit longer, because I might have to have a coming to God, depending on how egregious the situation is. Right. I might have to go to God and be like, what you need me to say to them, because what I want to say is not going to be nice. So depending on the offense I might have to go to Jesus, and that might take 2 more days, But it's just like, I feel like if I come to you And once my feelings aren't validated, we have a whole problem. Like, we got a whole issue.
You're not about to like what I'm about to say.
Go ahead. I want to hear it, because that I want to know, like, how can I not be perceived as combative when I'm trying to approach a situation?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Say that again. How can you not be perceived? Say that again.
As combative, because I don't be trying to be confrontational.
Okay, so check this out.
I want to really discuss what's going on, but I'm being perceived as combative.
Okay, so then you heard me say I got 7 sisters and I'm the only boy. Good Lord, them times of the month was rough because it was back to back, right? But I'm gonna say this, and particularly I'm saying this show for everybody, but I'm talking directly to my black queens right now. Okay, a lot of black women are strong and passionate, right? And y'all tend to raise y'all tone and talk with your hands. Right? Now, a mature man understands that. But a lot of men aren't emotionally mature. And a lot of men, for instance, you raise your tone to me, the first thing I'm going to say is, Shanae, who you think you're talking to? Right? And black women tend to yell a lot and talk with their hands. But guess what? Do y'all like it when somebody raises their tone to y'all?
No, we do not.
See what I'm saying? Soon as your kids raise their voice to you, and they might not even be trying to, what do you say?
Take their 10 to a 2.
See what I'm saying? Huh? See what I'm saying? If that man raises his voice at you, or talks with his hand, what do?
Yeah, that's gonna make it worse. That's gonna make it worse.
See? So why do y'all do that to us? Why y'all do that to men? And y'all do it unintentionally without even knowing y'all doing it. Y'all just so passionate. You know what I'm saying? I used to always have to tell my sisters, like, hold on, man, watch your tone. Who you talking to? You know what I'm saying? And I love them. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of black women get themselves in trouble because they don't understand that passion that they're talking about, that a lot of y'all got. It's nothing wrong with having passion. But if you truly trying to get a resolution, all that yelling and raising your tone and rolling the neck and all that non-verbal actions that y'all do when y'all communicate to us, the second that a woman raises her tone and get to talking and rolling her neck and all that shit that y'all like to do, right? I'm not saying that all of y'all do it, but come on now, we know, you know what I'm saying? If we being real, we know that a lot of y'all do that, right? So the second you do that, Shanae, I now don't want to hear nothing you got to say. We can talk a whole hour and a half after that. You could have lowered your voice and everything after that. And I don't want to hear shit, because the second that you raise your tone, I feel the same way you just did, which is I feel disrespected now, so I don't want to talk. Now, where we going with it?
You see, I suck. I feel like that's what I feel like that's what get me nowhere. Like I feel like that's the part that get me nowhere. Cause like, okay, say for example, I do wait and I just come back and I start talking about it. Now they act like I done shit it in their cereal, like I was saying earlier. Like I done did something so, wrong to come back and say something about it. But by then I be done really calmed down and I'm trying to see things from both perspectives. I'm a very understanding person. I can be very, very understanding. But I don't like to be put down and belittled for the things that I'm telling you. Even if that might not be what you feel, or I might have misunderstood or got a misconception, I'll be like, that's stupid. You would think that. That's dumb. You should, don't do that. Because that really do make us not want to open up no more.
Right. But that's why, somebody over here on YouTube just said this. I'm going to read it to you. They said, once they're done talking to you, ask them if they want your opinion or just to listen. Hold your comments or recommendations until they ask you, what do you think? Or what would you do? Or how can we fix it? See, a lot of us
Mm-hmm.
are bad communicators, not by choice, but just because of how the way we was raised in the environment that we was brought up in, right? So sometimes sometimes you gotta do something out of the norm to achieve what you really want to achieve, right? If both of y'all are irritated, is that a good time to have a conversation?
No.
But what happens when we're irritated? When we irritated, that's when we want to get that shit off our chest, right? Well, I can't wait till this, but as soon as he come in the house, I'm ready, right? You know what I'm saying? Then both men and women do this. This ain't just women who do this. Men do this too, right? But we're irritated, and what do? We can't wait for that confrontation. And irritation plus irritation equals disaster. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's better to sit and just wait until the house is calm. Wait until the kids is in bed. Wait until y'all both done ate and done showered and y'all laying holding each other in the bed. You know what I'm saying? But we don't think of things like that. If we did, it would save us so much heartache. It really would. Like, have you ever seen The Dog Whisperer? Remember The Dog Whisperer?
Yeah.
He used to always say, you got to communicate when they're in a calm and submissive state. And I'm not comparing us to dogs, but that same statement applies to us. We got to make sure we're both calm and both willing to receive what each other has to say before we have these conversations. Because if we don't, we're never going to accomplish anything. It's just going to be friction after friction after friction. Nothing will ever get resolved, so it will build up on us. We're just going to start lashing out and spazzing out on each other. You know what I'm saying? And now a perfectly good relationship that could have been saved with simple communication methods is now ruined. Now, both men and women do this, right? Now, we both sitting here, oh, I can't find no good man, or I can't find no good woman. No, you absolutely can. The problem is you won't communicate with that man, good man, or communicate with that good woman. You had that good man. You had that good woman, but you refuse to change your ways. You refuse to change the way you communicate. Ooh, wait.
Now that is spicy.
She said spicy.
I feel like this relationship that I've been in a long relationship. I've been in a relationship for almost 8 years now. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like the communication is dwindling as we've gotten up into the years. And like you were saying, like, I can't wait to go out with another person when they come through the door. I used to have that type of energy, but now I'm at the point where I would tell you, like, it's piling up. Like, I don't even address it. Like, I don't even address it no more.
That's unhealthy. That's unhealthy because now you're going to lash out when he didn't even know he did something. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could come home perfectly beautiful day. He might have had plans for y'all to go out on a date that night and everything. He's sitting here thinking ain't nothing wrong. But since you sat there and let everything build up without communicating to him that he's offended you, now you snapping. Now it's an even bigger issue because he's sitting there like, whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, you tripping because what I do? See what I'm saying? He don't even know he did something.
I know.
You can't do that, honey.
It's like I want to say, but I feel like it's pointless. Oh, I feel like it's so pointless.
So why do you feel it's pointless?
I don't know. I just know that, like, I just feel like I'm not gonna be hurt.
Why?
I ain't gonna be hurt.
Feel like you're not gonna be hurt?
Cause I just feel unheard. I feel very unheard in this relationship.
How many times have y'all had a conversation when both of y'all were calm?
It don't go nowhere. That's why I was like, in the comments, that's why I was saying, like, it doesn't really go nowhere. Like, they feel like I'm trying to start something and I don't want to talk about it no more. Like, I don't want to talk about it.
Well, I hate to say this, honey, and you know, I record clips, and I'm absolutely recording this clip because I want people, you know, to know that this call-in feature is live. I want engagement on the phone, right? So I'm gonna post this. So I'm gonna say something to you, and if that young man hears this, I hope he's listening. People who don't listen, a lot of times, if they just keep deflecting, I don't want to hear this no more, all of that kind of stuff, that's deflection. And that's signs of an emotionally immature person. Because somebody who truly loves you, who truly cares for you, will put in the effort to make it right. You know what I'm saying? Now, both of y'all have to do this. But if every time you talk to him, no matter if it's calm or not, and you get the same result and nothing's getting resolved, honey, you wasting your time. Because when somebody shows you who they are, you need to believe them. Don't think you can change him. If it's been 8 years and it's the same thing is happening over and over and over again, to the point where you that frustrated and you don't even want to talk no more, guess who you hurting? Yourself.
Right.
That's who you hurting. Because obviously he don't care. Because if he cared, he would actually be trying to have a he would be sitting here talking like me and you talking if he actually cared. If every time you go to him, and it's different, regardless of the scenarios, if it's calm or if it's tense or no matter what, and it's always, I don't want to hear that, honey, you're only hurting yourself. And I hate to say this, but I'm so blunt. I don't believe the motto of this show is Josh give it to him raw. And so I'm going to say it. Y'all women, black women especially, are strong, passionate, ambitious, independent, slicky mouth, all of that. And I love every last bit of it. I'm a true alpha male. My old lady get to doing that slicky mouth shit too. And when she do it, I let her get it off. Right? That's what I do. I let her get it off. Then after she get it off, I'll be like, yo, what did that accomplish? You went off for about nothing when all you had to do was tell me what was wrong with you and I would have tried to fix it. What did that accomplish? Right? So then we have a real conversation after she's calm. See, you got to know who your mate is. You got to know how your mate communicates. And so many of us skip the steps in the dating phase. That's why it's important for us to date with a purpose. Because when you dating with a purpose, you have these intellectual conversations. You get to know how your partner communicates. See, the reason why so many of us can't communicate with our partner is because we couldn't communicate with our partner from the beginning. We just ignored that shit. We ignored the red flag. Then, he did that same thing when y'all got together, correct?
It was different. It was different until some situations occurred. And
after the honeymoon phase, right? Because every relationship has a honeymoon phase, right? But then real shit kicks in. So after the honeymoon phase, since the honeymoon phase for almost 8 years, 7 years, because let's say the honeymoon phase usually lasts 6 months to a year sometimes, right? So for 7 straight years, it's been like this?
The last four have been the most trying.
But the communication has always been like this, right? After the honeymoon phase.
It really have, I guess, really, especially on my part, because I'm really just now getting to the point where I'm able to open up about certain things and talk about certain things, like willing to talk about certain things. But then when I felt like this approach I felt like after a while it didn't benefit situations no more. Like, it just was no point in me bringing up certain things. And I be wishing I could have them talks and conversations and they actually go somewhere. But
so now you got to do the hardest thing you ever did in your life. My man's just said you got to maintain the power to walk away. If they ain't afraid to lose you, they've lost value in you. Bars.
Ooh.
Yeah, bars. So now you got to do one of the hardest things you ever did in your life, Shanae. You got to really sit down and weigh your options. And You gotta really sit down and have a conversation with this young man and truly express how you feel, right? In a calm way. If you do that and he does not listen to you or don't value you, now you got to start making some decisions, because you can't live your life like that. Nobody wants to feel unheard in a relationship.
At all.
At all.
It has to be the most annoying thing I've experienced. Like, I don't know. And then I don't like to be misunderstood all the time either. Like, I don't want you to misunderstand everything that I'm saying. Like, everything is not an argument. Everything I'm saying about you is not like I can actually sit here and tell you that I'm not the best at this, that I'm guilty of giving people silent treatments, right? That's me being accountable for my own actions and calling myself on my shit. But if you're not with a person,
you feel like he should do the same thing and take accountability for the way he, it has to be reciprocated. Right. I tell people all the time, reciprocation is a lost art. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to be in these relationships, right? But everybody don't want to put the work in and keep that relationship. You know, the same thing he did to get you, he's supposed to do to keep you, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? And that's lost these days. Right. People don't want to do that shit. And that's why relationships fail, because people just run. People don't put no kind of work in their relationships no more.
Because it's easier to just walk away.
It is.
It's easier to just walk away, say fuck it, don't worry about it, and pretend we never exist.
But that doesn't never happen, though. So once you walk away, right, once either side walks away, that shit ain't really that easy. Because now you sitting there thinking about him. Damn, I miss him. Damn, I miss this. Then you get to dating, right? And you see that people are really real life dumpster juice out here, both men and women, right? People ain't shit for real, right? Now you regretting that you walked away, right? So it ain't as easy as it sounds. It's actually easier to sit down like adults and have them real conversations. When you really think about it.
For real? You think so?
Yes.
I disagree.
So you got friends, right? You got friends that are single?
Yeah.
What do they tell you about dating?
They overrated.
Exactly. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? It's like you be sitting there like, yeah, it's bumping. It's just easier just to leave and yeah, okay. That sounds good. But then once you get out here, then what? Once you get out here and see, damn, he wasn't that bad. Damn, what could I have done differently? Because that's what's gonna replay in your head once you start dating and see all these trash bag ass dudes out here. Right? Damn, was my relationship really that bad? Right? So now let's go somewhere different. Is he a protector and a provider?
Huh?
Is he a protector and provider? Does he protect you? Do he make you feel secure? Do he take care of the house? Do he pay bills? Is he a protector and provider?
It's like yes and no. It's like yes and no.
Uh-oh. So what do you mean when you say yes and no?
It's like I don't really feel good. I don't really feel secure. No, I can't agree with that part. I don't really feel like secure in the relationship.
So what do you feel? What do you feel in a relationship?
Due to some grieving, due to some infidelity.
Ah, okay. So
I don't feel secure.
So,
but if I was in harm, would he protect me? Hell yeah. If I'm stranded, will he come get me? Oh yes. If I need something, he got my back. Yeah.
So you gotta ask yourself a question, right? Because we've all seen The Best Man, right?
We all seen The Best Man. All them series. They got a series out. We done seen the movies, right? You gotta ask yourself, does the good outweigh the bad?
Ooh. If I was to sit and write it out, at this point in the relationship, I don't know. Like I used to could say immediately, yes, the good outweigh the bad. But now I can't immediately say that.
Okay, so you need to figure that out. Because the worst thing in the world is being in a relationship that you feel trapped or that you feel isn't going anywhere, that you feel is going to stay stagnant, that you feel is no growth. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the worst things in the world. My man over here on YouTube said people go into relationships with their old time values and expectations, then realizing those old tactics of the man going to work to maintain a household, etc., and women caring for the home won't work these days. That's true. That's true. But you really need to ask yourself that hard question, honey. You got to ask yourself, hey, is it worth it?
What did the person on YouTube say? They said what?
They said people go into relationships with old time values and expectations. Then they realize that those old tactics of the man going to work to maintain a household, etc., and a woman caring for home won't work these days.
Okay. So I agree with him, and this works for some people, right? Okay, say that. Okay, this can be frustrating for the male. Say that the man do want the traditional household, but his woman is very ambitious and very driven. You know what I'm saying? She tried to be a stay-at-home wife, but she realized that really ain't work for her. That really ain't the best function for her as a woman. That don't make her feel good. It don't make her feel, valuable. Like that might be cool for some women. I've tried it. It don't work for me.
Yeah, I had to learn to switch because I'm old school mentality. Man, take care of the bills, and I had to switch it up because it's different these days. He said to ask you this question, so I'm gonna ask you. He went deep with this. He went deep. My man said, if your man puts his phone down and you pick it up, does it cause a reaction from him to get it back?
Immediately. Almost break my head. What is you saying?
That's funny and not funny at the same time, right? So
immediately.
Yeah.
Like we sleeping on top of the phone at this point, and I ain't even supposed to know this, but that's a whole nother topic.
So he said if he's defensive of his phone, then there is no trust. It's been broken and he has lost value in you.
The trust is probably all the way out the window. I don't probably trust nobody as far as I can see him anyway, but that's what my grandma used to say. You don't trust nobody as far as you can see him.
So now what are you going to do? Because there's more than one issue. So when you have these conversations, you got to have these conversations with a resolution in mind. See, on this show, I'm real big on you've watched this show before, and I appreciate you because I be so damn busy. I be wanting to go check everybody out. But man, you see how much I be doing. I be busy as hell, man. But on this show, I like to focus on solutions. So what solutions do you have in mind? Because see, we have to start talking solutions.
Okay, so I do want to. I have a hard time with the trying to express my feelings thing again, because I don't like being told that I'm in my feelings, or that people like to use that term that a person in their feelings because they got a heart and I'm human and it feels shit.
You know what? I'm glad you just said that, because before you continue, I want to make sure I say this. that statement, you and your feelings, is the most disrespectful statement a man or woman can make to each other. Because when you make that, it's completely dismissive of how I feel. Don't make me feel like you're dismissing my feelings when it took me a long time to even gather the courage to tell you my damn feelings. You know what I'm saying? People be using these catchphrases and shit, and they say it because it's cool to say, but they don't be understanding the ramifications behind what they say. Don't let me express my feelings to you and you tell me, oh, you in your feelings. Because the second you tell me that to me, oh, your ass is single.
Yeah, talk to him.
Bars. I don't give a damn. If I take the time out to express myself to you, and you tell me I'm in my feelings, your ass gotta go. I'm out. Because I know that you don't respect me. You don't respect me now.
People love using that term. They love using that term so interchangeably when the person is trying to express themselves.
Damn all that. I'm not doing that.
So chill out. You just in your feelings. Like, what does that really mean? Like, I'm able to assess what's actually causing me to feel a certain way. Like, what does that really mean?
It
that
means
I'm emotionally intelligent?
I'm going to tell you what it means. It means that they're completely dismissive over what you just said. And they're not listening to what you just said. They don't care about what you just said. It means they don't value you. It means they don't respect you. That's what that means. And when people start saying stuff like that, it's time to pack up, because no matter what you do, they're not going to listen to you. And when somebody stops listening to you, when somebody stops caring about the things that you're expressing, that's a recipe for disaster.
Right.
Because the more it happens, the more angry you're going to get. And one day, you're going to fly off the deep end. And it's sad. You know what's sad? People will be completely dismissive of you and all your feelings and how you try to conduct yourself and all that until the second you decide that you're done with their ass. Now, all of a sudden, they want to, oh, baby, I'm going to change. Both men and women do this because, see, I want to make sure that people know men and women do all the things that you see men saying that women do too. All the things that you see women say that men do too. Like, this shit goes both ways. It's not a one-way street with these types of things. Both men and women are guilty of these things. I hate that we always paint a narrative that only one side does this stuff. We always say only one side's cheat. The lie detector determined that was a lie. Only one side doesn't communicate. The lie detector determined that was a lie. Both women and men do the same things. So all these narratives that y'all see all over social media that it's a one-way street, nah, ain't going. When somebody gets to start yelling at you in your feelings and they not listening to you, it's time to make some serious decisions. Because the more you internalize that anger, because that's what it is, you get angry. How do you feel when he says you're in your feelings?
I usually shut down. I won't say nothing else because now I feel like the conversation is over.
But guess what that does? Once you shut down, you haven't addressed it.
Yep.
And being that you haven't addressed it, you heard me say you become a ticking time bomb, man. It's only so much of that shit you're going to take before you explode. And sometimes when we explode, we'll go off the deep end and do something that we will regret for the rest of our lives. I know you like, why did I call this man?
It's a great conversation, great topic. I'm definitely gonna have to set up a date. We have a topic like this, and I go live with you on it.
Hey, listen, I can customize links and everything. Like, I can send you a link right now, and you can be live right here on the show with me.
Oh, see, the kids, they being quiet. Everybody in their own little realm right now.
Yeah, but when you start thinking about this kind of stuff, man, it can get deep.
Yeah, it do get deep because it kind of go back to like what you were saying about like the way we communicated when we was kids.
Yeah. But guess what? If you go even deeper, a lot of us never feel heard at home. And then
Right.
we don't address that trauma from childhood. And then we go get in these relationships, and not only is that person not listening to us, they're triggering them unhealed traumas from way when we was a child. It's so important for people to heal before they get in relationships. It really is.
Yes, and I'm realizing more importantly, figure out those triggers, like
Yes.
finding out what those triggers are, what triggers you, because that's what I feel like that might be, like what be happening, like, I don't like nobody to make me feel like I'm a child. I'm not a child. Like, I'm raising children. You can't talk to me like I'm a kid or a pet. I'm not that.
Growing up, did you feel like that? Growing up, did you feel like you was unheard? Did you feel like what you said didn't matter?
Oh, of course. And I was very, very sheltered. I didn't really get to do a lot of things, participate in a lot of activities. My mama didn't really let me go outside and be very social. My social life consists of school and academics. So I didn't get to have fun and wild out like everybody else. Well, their definition of fun. You know, as I got old, I realized I really didn't miss anything. But yeah, I was really sheltered from a lot. But my mama was always in the streets, so she knew a lot. So she was like my OG. You know, and my daddy was like my OGs. I'm like, where's y'all got y'all OGs from the streets? Like, mine raised me. You know, so they was instilling a lot of game in me and a lot of different other things, you know, a lot of street game.
But it was unhealthy.
Right.
Because you still, not only did you not get to be a regular child, but you felt like you were never heard. And I tell people all the time, if you don't feel like you was heard as a child, that shit is intensified when you become an adult. And honey, you might need to take some time for self. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm an advocate for people trying to fix their relationships. But when I find out that there's unhealed traumas involved, my tone switches. Because a lot of us don't understand. People always yelling cheating is the reason relationships end the most. Finance is the reason relationships end the most. And these are big things, and yes, these things happen. But I make the argument every single time that unhealed traumas is the biggest reason that relationships don't work. Because every time he doesn't listen to you or dismiss you, you become that little girl again that felt unheard. And even though you grown as hell and doing grown woman shit, you haven't addressed that trauma. So anytime you encounter that in your relationship, it's going to be intensified. And that's the real reason that you shut down. That's why you shut down. It ain't just what he's saying to you. It's that, damn, ain't nobody listening to me my whole life. I just ain't going to say shit. Right? You know what I'm saying? So, honey, I would strongly advise you to take some time to heal. You know what I'm saying? Focus. Now you do your fitness stuff and you doing your thing with that. But do you really feel like you're doing everything that you want to do? Or do you feel like you just doing what you got to do to get by?
I'm definitely not doing everything I can do. No.
After y'all had these conversations, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I feel restricted a little bit, but that's just dealing with my mindset right now.
So it sounds like you might need to have some alone time.
And you know what? Like, people are crazy. Like, you know, if you know these type of things about yourself and you you're assessing yourself and you old enough to be like, oh yeah, I really do need some time away from you. I feel like a person should respect the other person wherever they are. I feel like they should be respected. It's not that I want to be a way, like, to cheat or talk to somebody else, but like you said, like, can I just get just some time for me to collect myself and get some shit in order, you know?
Good. Time to lick,
But it's not
time to lick your
because
wounds.
it's like,
You know what I'm saying? You need time to lick your wounds and let them wounds heal.
yeah. But they won't let me do that. I feel like, why you want to go through all that by yourself?
First of all, are you a grown woman or no?
For shit show.
Okay, so can't nobody tell you what you can go through on your own? If that's what you feel that you need to do, that's what you need to do. See, a lot of us get stuck because they love bomb us, right? I can tell you exactly what happens. You get to the edge and you be ready to leave, and then baby, I'ma change. Baby, don't leave. He get to pretending like he gonna do everything that you said you wanted him to work on for a couple of damn weeks. Then he turned right back into that same person. You know, and I did a whole show on this. You know what that's called? Trauma bonding.
Oh, that's a form of trauma bonding too.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes. Them sucking you back in, pretending like it's a vicious cycle. They go right, they know what they doing wrong, right? They go right back to the love bombing phase. That's what he do. In that love bombing phase, he makes you feel like he's working on it, he loves you, he's catering to you. Cause ain't that what he do? When you decide that you ready to go, when you almost to that point that you ready to go, ain't that what he start doing?
That's so true.
Yeah, so that's a form of trauma bonding. He takes you right back to the love bombing phase, makes you think that he gonna do everything that he said that he was gonna do for you. You know what I'm saying? That you wanted him to do for you, excuse me. Right? And then once he feel like he reeled you in again, he goes right back to that same dumpster juice ass person that he was. That's a form of trauma bonding.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Hey, Shanae, I just look like this. I be spitting bars. For real. I really be diving into this kind of shit because so many of us ain't aware of these things. You know, and it's not because we don't go researching nothing. It's because we so busy and preoccupied with our lives. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, I'm familiar with the trauma bonds for sure, but I didn't know that was a form of trauma bonding. So that was very enlightening for sure.
Yeah, it's a form. It's so they repeat the cycles. Once they see you about to leave, they go back to one of the other forms of love bombing. Matter of fact, I can pull it up for you because I prepped that show. 1 second. Boom. Love bombing, trust and dependency, criticism, manipulation and gaslighting, giving up, loss of self, addiction to the cycle. See, you addicted to the cycle right now. He takes you through all these roller coasters. He makes you think that he keeps you in a constant state of, you know what? I see the potential in him. He's going to do it this time. You're staying based off hope. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Some hope, and I still be trying to figure out what the fuck I'm hoping on. Like, I don't even know what I'm hoping for at this point.
Mm-hmm. And all of them 7 things I just named, you didn't disagree to none of them.
No, I'm ready to pop your shit.
You know what I'm saying? Think about it, man. Like I say this all the time, honey. So many of us, somebody else can say this type of stuff to us all the time, or we might know it, but it don't click until a stranger say it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
Like think about the things that we just named. I'm gonna name them again, and I'm gonna let you say yay or nay to them. Right? Love bombing. That involves the we, and him creating a we in a relationship. High praise, flattery, makes you think that he loves you, all of that shit, right?
Right.
Trust and dependency. Do he test you to see if he can trust you?
I don't know. I think he just feel like he can. I don't know. He just feel like he can trust me. Yep, I guess so. I do have some trust.
Criticism. Is there criticism in a relationship? Do you feel criticized?
Yes.
Manipulation. Do you feel like when you challenge or fight back or speak up for yourself that the result is never going to be good?
Oh yeah, that's nope, never good. Nope, never good.
Do you feel like you give up just to avoid conflict?
Heck yeah, a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what I was considering the silent treatment too, because
You feel like you just want to give up. You ain't got the energy for it, right?
Yeah, like none, like zero energy.
The next thing, do you feel like you losing yourself sometimes?
Yeah.
All right, and the last stage of trauma bonding is addiction to the cycle. Now, I'm going to actually read this one out. Often in trauma bonds, the stages can be recyclable. After a significant conflict, there may be a cool down or a honeymoon period. At that moment, it seems like it's peace. They might start to apologize, and then they get to start the love bombing process all over again, which makes you feel relieved and desired again. Ooh, wait. Do you feel any of that?
Yeah.
Baby girl.
And
Baby
and
girl,
it kind
guess
of
what?
it makes me mad.
Guess what? I hate to be the bearer of bad news. All 7 parts of trauma bonding you just agreed that you go through.
Yeah, I've experienced it for sure.
Okay.
No lie.
So now the question becomes, what the hell you gonna do about it?
Yeah,
Talk to him.
I know.
Yeah. What the hell you gonna do about it? That's the question now.
I know. I don't know. It'd be stupid.
Now
I don't like it.
I'm about to go deeper. This the part you ain't gonna like, right? You are intelligent. You are ambitious. You are intelligent. You are ambitious. I'm pretty sure you can stand on your own. I never understand why you intelligent, gorgeous ass, ambitious ass women keep staying with these dudes when y'all see all the negative ass signs. Why?
I really don't know. I really don't know. Honestly, this far into it, I've stopped making excuses for myself.
But guess what?
I really have.
You your own worst enemy. Because you got the power to change it. You got the power to stop this shit. You got the power to take back your power. You don't have to sit there and keep putting up with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I know so many dope ass women that got men that do these types of things to them. Trauma bonding. That emotional roller coaster. You always on pins and needles because the energy in the house is always toxic. You be happy as hell when you at work, happy as hell when you out there doing your thing with your fitness shit. Then you come home in a wicked, evil cloud of deception and bullshit and drama and all of that is instantly over you. Soon as you walk in the house, it's like, here we go again. Sometimes you probably don't even be wanting to come home.
That shit crazy.
Yeah. So why do so many of y'all women who got y'all shit together sit here and put up with this shit when y'all don't have to? What do you hope to gain out of this? You fall in love with Hope right now. You hoping that he grows into the person that you expect him to be. But on this show, we give it to him raw. So newsflash, boo-boo, it's been 8 years. We ain't talking about 8 days. We ain't talking about 8 weeks. We ain't talking about 8 months. We talking about 8 whole years of this shit, and it ain't changed. But I bet you done gave advice to somebody before in this line. If that person shows you who they are, believe them. Have you said that to somebody before?
Yep.
When you gonna take your own advice?
And it'd be crazy. It's like so most of the time too, a lot of us give the best advice and don't take our own fucking advice.
You gotta start taking your own advice, honey. Straight up.
And it's so like I can sit and write a book of shit and tell you, but it's like so much shit. Mm-hmm. Like you were saying, like what am I hoping for? What am I hoping to gain from it? And I be asking myself, like these are questions that I really be having to ask myself.
When you ask yourself them questions, what be the answer? That's what I want to know.
I was just about to say, like, I think I've gotten numb to it. Like, I don't even have no expectation for it no more.
You've lost yourself. You've lost yourself.
I don't even have no expectation.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm a harsh, blunt person, but there's nothing wrong with it. That we've all done been through this. You ain't been alone. I've been through this shit too. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if you're asking yourself these kind of questions, what am I hoping for? And I'm sure that you done ask yourself that question more than once. But you've never been able to answer that question. And since you've never been able to answer that question, you have your answer. Nothing. That shit hit deep. That shit hit deep right there, huh? You like, damn.
Yeah, no, for real. I'm standing in the kitchen like, damn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You're hoping for nothing. If you've asked yourself 1,000,001 times, what am I hoping for out of this relationship? And you've never been able to answer that shit, you have your answer, honey. Nothing. And since you're hoping for nothing, the hell you staying for? Ask questions like that, honey, you hear this.
I know, right? Because
it's deep, right?
It's so crazy. Yeah, it's so crazy. It's so crazy.
Deep. That shit deep.
It's so crazy. And y'all, and it's not a call that's being pre-recorded or, nothing that's set up. Like, this is really a real live, conversation.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm glad you called because I need, so I've been wanting to open the call-in feature, but I be so in my zone, honey. Man, you see how I be.
I need to give somebody else a chance to call in. Dang, I don't know.
If they wanted to call in, somebody would say something. You got 4 or 5 people watching on you. I can't see who watching on Facebook, but if they wanted to call in, they would say something. And I'm saying right now we dealing with you, and if they want to call in, they'll say something. You know, we don't bite on a straight up podcast. For those of y'all, if this is your first time seeing it, every single night we have a deep intellectual conversation, not about no bullshit, not about no drama. We about substance, about awareness, about getting you to be better, to realize shit that you've been doing wrong within yourself, not just relationships. I talk real shit. Like tomorrow, you're going to really love tomorrow, because tomorrow's topic is signs that they're pushing you away. Because a lot of us be in these damn relationships and people be literally trying to push us away on purpose, but we be so blinded by the D, we be so blinded by the cuckoo, we be so blinded by hope that we sit here and ignore that shit. And they really be trying to push your ass away. Hell, in your situation, he might be trying to push you away. Or you might be trying to push him away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These kind of conversations got to be had. You know, and people
should.
Yeah.
They should. People supposed to seek wise counsel. You know, we're supposed to seek wise counsel amongst each other.
I'm gonna bring it back. I ain't going nowhere. Consistency always wins the race. It always.
Well, I definitely thank you for letting me come up, and I got some journaling to do tonight.
Absolutely. So journaling is one of your coping mechanisms, right?
It is.
After you write in your journal, what do? Do you just write in it because you want to express it because you can't express it to him? Or do you write in it and then reflect?
Both.
Now, once you write in it and you reflect, what happens when you're reflecting? What do you feel? What does your intuition tell you? Because see, a lot of us, we are our own worst enemies. Because our intuition will tell us what to do each and every time. The problem is we ignore that intuition.
Yes, I definitely been bullshitting myself.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, we ain't doing that no more, honey. It's 2023. It's time to step into your greatness. It's time to step into your purpose. And if that shit don't include him, so the fuck be it. I'm an advocate for people staying together, but 8 whole damn years? Come on, man. If it ain't changed in 8 years, what makes you think it's going to change in 20?
That's facts, though.
You know what I'm saying? So when you reflect, you need to actually start listening to your intuition, because I'm pretty sure your intuition done told you a couple times, like, bitch, what is you doing? You know our intuition be talking reckless to us, right? Our intuition be talking reckless. My intuition done told me, fool, fuck wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? Our intuition be talking shit to us. But what has your intuition told you?
My intuition be telling me, get my shit together. Like I do. I need time to get my shit together.
And when you say time to get your shit together, you mean alone, correct?
Yes.
There we go.
Yes, I feel like we should go away and become 2 healthy people and come back together if that's possible in future.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely want to be a healthier person.
Mm-hmm. And if you got to walk away for that to happen, so be it. Now, if the stars align and both of y'all don't work with each other and later on down the future, y'all get together, that's cool. But if right now that's a toxic situation for you and it's been a toxic situation for almost 8 years, come on now.
Indeed.
Yeah, man. Listen, I appreciate you calling in. Some of these, I don't know if I'm going to post these clips on Facebook. Because, you know, I recorded them long. I recorded them 10 minutes, 14 minutes. So I'm probably going to upload them on YouTube. But yeah, I appreciate you calling in, and you know, and I thank you because not only for absolutely, not just for your time, but reminding me that I had the call-in feature. For real, because I keep forgetting that I have this feature. You know what I'm saying? And I set the show up to have this feature, and it's the first time I'm using it. It's crazy.
Hey,
Right?
well, I'm the first one. Hey,
Yeah,
I
you're
feel
the very
very.
first one. So for you, now I don't know if you want me to tag you or not. You know what I'm saying? I will post it on Facebook if you want me to. I'm definitely uploading it on YouTube.
Don't tag me. Don't tag me.
Okay, say less. Say less. But do you want me to post it?
Yeah, you can post it.
Okay.
I wanna help somebody.
Okay.
I'm sure I'm not the only one.
Oh no, you're not the only one. It's people watching right now that's going through the same damn thing. And that's the beauty of this show. You know what I'm saying? Like, people going through the same shit that you going through. You are not the only one. You're not. It's people going through this shit every single day. And they don't got nowhere to talk about it at. And sometimes now, I ain't no therapist. I've been through a lot of shit in my life, right? I ain't no therapist, but sometimes having an outlet, talking to an outside source, can reel you in. A lot of the times it can reel you in. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that helped me, talking to a stranger and these damn cartoons that I play every damn day. That's what helped me. So I just want to share the love. I wanted to create a place where people can come and get shit that they going through off their chest and realize some of the things that they're going through and the causes of it. Because awareness can prevent so many of us from getting ourselves in trouble. If we would just stop and take a few seconds to, damn, that's really damn, I'm going through that. Hold on. Right? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But definitely appreciate it, and we'll do it again. We're gonna have to set a date.
Hey, I told you a long time ago. I told you the first time I found you on social media. I told you the door is always open. All you gotta do is name the top. I let guests pick their topics and everything. As long as it's of substance, I don't care what the topic is.
Okay, great. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
so just let me know. You know what I'm saying? And I keep trying to catch you. Man, listen. So let me make sure I say this to you, and I want everybody to hear this before you go. A lot of people think that I be trying to be funny because I don't get the chance to come to everybody's posts every day. But, I mean, you follow me, so you see. I am always cutting reels. I am always editing something. I am always posting something. I am always doing something. So I don't always get the chance to scroll. In the mornings, it's usually, you notice in the mornings, if I see you post, that's when you see me. You know what I'm saying? Because in the mornings, I done already did all that shit, majority of that shit for the day, and I can actually interact with people. You know what I'm saying? But later on in the day, I be busybody. So people be thinking that I don't rock with them. No. If I ever come frequent your page, it's because I seen something that's positive in you. I don't just randomly go to anybody's page. And I be watching people before I even post on their page. Because I don't want to go to nobody's page and post on it and then be somebody, you know what I'm saying some old negative stuff. And I'm working on me too. I don't want the hood to come out of me and then I say something crazy and now my account is banned or nothing, because you know how that go. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
Understand that it ain't that I don't rock with people. It be that I'm too busy to sit down and just scroll social media all day. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Yeah.
But I appreciate it.
Yeah. So listen, you got a lot to think about tonight while you journaling. I hope that something I said reach you. I hope that you make the best decision for you. Not for nobody else, but for you.
Well, thank you, and I will do.
All right, honey. You have a blessed night.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, y'all. That was a dope call for real. I appreciate her for taking her time. Yes, we have the call-in feature, and yes, I need to open that shit up more. I'm glad she reminded me that I had it for real. Because when she was talking, I was like, you can just call. It reminded me, but listen, I appreciate each and every last one of y'all. All of y'all who watching on YouTube, please subscribe and tap the bell. If you're on Facebook, please add me to your favorites. Share it. Help me grow. You know what I'm saying? Each and every last one of y'all, I appreciate you for commenting, for liking, for sharing, for rocking with me, for believing in me. You know what I'm saying? I built this platform not just for me, but for everybody. And without y'all, there is no me. So tomorrow, I haven't figured out if I want to talk about signs they're pushing you away, or if I want to get into talking about submission. because submission is something that I think both men and women mess up. Everybody got the term submission distorted, right? And nobody truly knows what it means. So since they don't know what it means, they just walking around here doing dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't submitting to no man. You ain't about to shackle me and tell me what you got. No, that ain't what it means. You know what I'm saying? Men don't understand that they got to submit too. So listen, I haven't decided which one of them that I'm going to do yet. But every day I didn't do it today because I was kind of busy. I had some important stuff I had to take care of personally. But usually at around 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm on Central Standard Time, but I like to give Eastern Standard Time because most time people don't pay attention to the CST. So usually between 5 and 6 Eastern Standard Time, I usually post a flyer that tells the topic for the night. You know what I'm saying? I do it about 2 hours before to give people a chance to gauge if they want to watch that show. You know what I'm saying? I want to freshen people's mind that I'm going live. All right. And once again, I appreciate each and every last one of y'all. Without y'all, there is no me. And just before I go, let me let y'all know that Ohio State, we lost to them bums in Georgia by a field goal kick. If we didn't miss that field goal, it'd be us smashing the shit out of TCU. Looks like Georgia's gonna be the national champion back to back because they blowing the hell out of TCU 65-7. God damn, that should have been my Buckeyes. But it's okay. I will see y'all tomorrow. I'm out.
Terrence Mitchell Beats.
Just give it to him raw, yeah, just like that. Go ahead and spit bars while you tip that hand. I ain't never seen a podcast like that, cause I built it from scratch, every part, no cap. But straight up, it can't be duplicated. It's too sophisticated, specifically designed to make your broad crave it. Every morning waiting, in anticipation. They love the high cheekbones in that conversation. Ooh, he goes deep. They supposed to be at work, but twerking in AC. Work for me. Straight up, oh, you got live guests? Yeah, absolutely. The best topics, buddy. All the ones that's juicy. I got them yelling straight up. Straight up. Affirmations, wake them up. Wake them up. I got them yelling straight up. Straight up. I spit bars and wake them up. Straight up.